Good morning. This is Driving with Miles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I've been doing driver's ed about 21 years. So today I want to talk about steering, how important it is, where you're supposed to have your hands, and then when you turn the steering wheel, what is going to be the outcome, what direction are you going to go in. So let's go ahead and get it. The car's not started right now. Often when I get students in the car, they have their hands on the wrong placement on the steering wheel. If you have your hands at the top of the steering wheel, you're going to make the steering wheel small and make really short turns and go over the curb to the right or go over the curb to the left. If you put your left hand under the steering wheel and use your elbow to kind of throw the car, you're going to end up throwing the car across the road or across an area where you don't want the car to go. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about where you will put your thumb. So I did some research. I contacted some national organizations. The safest place is your thumbs away from the airbag, right? We're all familiar with the dangers of airbags. If you have your thumbs on the airbags when you turn and you have a collision, you could possibly break your thumbs. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to learn how to steer the car. So, 9 and 3, 10 and 2, those are good hand placements as long as your thumbs are not on the airbag in the middle. If you have comments and questions, leave some in there. I'll respond. But let's keep getting back into the hand placement of the steering wheel. Also, palming the wheel. This is your palm. So if you palm the wheel, that's a little bit lazy, and you could lose control of your car. So on your DMV test, on your road test, you want to have both hands on the steering wheel. You want to be comfortable. And a lot of times I see students who are really nervous relax. We want you to pass your test. We want you to do well. So if you grip the wheel too hard, you're going to end up shaking. You're going to have indentations in your palms, and you're going to be sweating, all of which are dangerous. So you want to have a nice grip on the steering wheel. And at the same time, if you put your hands on the bottom part of the steering wheel, you're making your steering wheel short. You're going to turn short. If you're making a left turn, you're going to turn short and possibly go into the wrong lane, which is also failure. Or if you have your hands at the bottom and try to turn right, you're going to make really sharp turns. So from my experience, you really want to have your hands at 9 and 3 or 10 and 2, and you want to have good control of the steering wheel. A lot of students have asked me in the comments, and can I drive with one hand? The answer is no. It's dangerous. It's not safe. It's very inconsistent in terms of controlling your vehicle, and you will get marked down, and it could lead to a very dangerous situation. So let's kind of look at some of the elements on the steering wheel. You want to be able to turn hand over hand. A lot of times beginning drivers twist their hands and they lock. You don't want to lock your arms. You want to pick up your hand. It's hand over hand. So once you master that, usually I take students through neighborhoods and we work those hand over hand turns in, and we work those hand over hand turns out. It does take practice. It does take consistency over and over. And don't be afraid to work. Don't be afraid to make those mistakes. I have some really good content about turning in parking lots. You need to go ahead and subscribe and look at that content. I had some really great comments yesterday, some nice views. I will be doing some more of those things in a few minutes. But steering placement, hand placement is important. If you have your hand at the top of the steering wheel, you're going to jerk the car all over the road. Same thing at the bottom. If you have your left hand to the left side, you won't have the stability that you need. So you want to have your hands at 9 and 3 or 10 and 2. I have very long arms, so I don't want to be too close to the steering wheel and therefore have an airbag in my face, and I don't want to be too far back. So you want to have a slight bend in your elbows. You want to be comfortable with your hands, and you want to be able to feel like you can steer and not feel crowded with the steering wheel in your face. So that is extremely important, that you have good hand placement on the steering wheel. You can have control of the car. If you hit potholes, something comes out, you can make that emergency maneuver. And that's what your DMV tester and road tester are looking for. So let's review. I'm a state certified instructor. This is Driving with Miles. I need you to subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. I have some great content coming. And today we talked about hand placement on the steering wheel. Thank you. Please subscribe.